Kevin here from MyoLab, and today we're going to talk about banded neck extensions. Why? Well, in a society like ours, we're often seeing ourselves and our colleagues walking around with that forward head carriage. This exercise is going to help us get into a better neutral postural position, as well as activate the correct muscles to keep us in that posture. More of a muscular endurance exercise. First off, let's show you a full demo up against the wall. If you were for some reason unable to get against a wall, then you can also do this just in air. But I want to acknowledge that this does become a little bit more difficult as people tend to cheat through their shoulders with this. But the same motion exists. So a little bit more of a breakdown on this exercise here. I'm going to get Dan to join us. Dan, I'll get you to grab this. Wrap the band around your hand, one full loop on each side, please. And then you're going to put the band just around the ear level in a spot that actually holds onto your head. Everyone's head's shaped a little bit differently. So we're going to get you scooted up towards there a little bit. Now with this, naturally, if Dan does not utilize his muscles, his head gets pulled forward, of course, into worse head flexion and forward carriage. So what Dan is going to be focusing on here, not engaging the upper traps, always keeping those down, locked and loaded through your scapula, your shoulder blades. Dan is now going to be trying to take his chin off of the ledge, retracting his head back, giving himself essentially a double chin. Good. Dan's going to go through some more of these reps as I keep talking. Now, Dan's going to feel the majority of that coming through this section of his head and neck. If you start to feel it through your traps, if you start to feel it through your shoulders, you're doing this incorrectly. So a way that you can combat the shoulders is truly pushing your arms into the wall. If you're pushing your arms into the wall, you're naturally speaking not going to be pushing back. Another common error is people going a little bit too hard, a bit too much intensity through this. Okay, we're going on muscular endurance, not on strength. So if you go a bit too hard, there's a good chance you might get what we call a rebound headache. So after doing this exercise, you come back with quite a bad headache. The next common error to discuss here is instead of actually moving the head, we end up just moving through the upper body, the torso, as they're pushing that whole thing back. Because of such an inactivity through this muscle, we aren't too sure how to wake it up. Again, we want to be feeling it through here, not through here. The other common error, going lower down to the spine, common issue for most of us, right? We're thinking about one area, so we forget about our core. That's not what this exercise is about. This body stays nice and neutral, nice and loaded, and all that motion comes from the neck extensors. Let's talk about when we're going to be doing this as well for exercise dosage. Now, first off, your practitioner may specify a correct number of reps and sets for you based on your specific presentation. But generally speaking, if we're talking about phase 1 rehab, which is when we're looking to get that muscle that's been inactive to start to wake up again, we want to make sure we do this until that muscle feels a slight burn. That just means the muscle is working. Now, if you've progressed past that to phase 2, we're out of pain, we're starting to build some more of that muscular endurance, that strength as well. For that, we're going to technical failure. Okay? Technical failure occurs when you can no longer do the correct form. So some of those things that we just mentioned there with common errors and fatigue. Also, if you can do this for 25 reps, it's time to progress to the next exercise. So please consult your provider about that. Any questions still? Great. Leave us a comment below. Send us a message on Instagram or email us at info@myolab.ca.